Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I am hoping that everyone is doing coding daily, at least a question from this platform. So as you guys already know that as part of this series we are solving one question daily on this platform, and I have already made the videos on this day 1 problem, day 2 problem and day 3 problem, and today we are going to solve day 4 problem. So if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. So let's read the statement first. So we have to find the minimum number of operations to make array empty, and we have given a zero indexed array nums consisting of positive integers, and there are two types of operations that you can apply on array any number of times. One is choose two elements with equal values and delete them from the array. Okay, and the second condition is choose three elements with equal values and delete them from the array, and we have to return the minimum number of operations required to make the array empty, or -1 if it is not possible. So it is very easy question. So here what you can do first, so let's say this is the num given to us. Okay, these are the num values given to us. Okay, so here let me tell you one thing, that let's say if there is only one element exist in this nums array. Let's say there is a single 2 here, single 2 values here. So what is the frequency of this 2? Only one time. Okay, so if it exists for one time, then we can't make our array empty, right? So in this case we are going to return just -1. Okay, let's say now we have a frequency of, let's say in this nums 2 value is 2 times. Okay, so total frequency of this 2 is 2. Okay, so now we have to just apply one operation, that is choose two elements with equal values and delete them from the array. Okay, so this two times, so we can delete them. So how many operations we used? One operation. In one operation we emptied our array. Okay, let's say if there are 3 2's, so total frequency of 2's in num array is 3. So in this case also there is only single operation, that is choose 3 elements with equal values and delete them from array. So only one operation, so we have to return the output as 1. Operation 1. Okay, now let's say in nums 2 occurring total 4 times. So now frequency of 2 is 4. If the frequency is 4, then how many operations in total? 2 operations. How? So first see, choose 2 elements with equal values and delete them from the array. So first we choose these 2, and then later on we choose these 2. So total 2 operations we applied. Minimum number of operations is 2 only. This 3 we can't apply. Why? Because when we delete 3 elements, then 1 will be there. So in that case array will not be empty. So we have to apply minimum of 2 operations here. Okay, so 2 operations. Or can I write it like this? 4 divided by 2 divided by 3. When I divide 4 divided by 3, so I get output as 1, and after that I will check if a remainder of 4 modulus 3 is not equal to 0, then I will increment the count by 1. So total output is 2 here. Okay, so total 2 operations, or I can say it like this: 4 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So this 1 is the first output, and after that I will check if the remainder of 4 modulus of 3 is not equal to 0, then I will add the count by 1, that is I am adding one more value in this output. Okay, 4 divided by 3, so I will get again 2 only. Okay, so this is the two operation only, right? So we can say it like this. Now say next case. Next case is 2 occurs 5 times. Now 2 is occurring 5 times. So in that case, how many operations? First, let's say first we are going to apply these 3 elements with equal values and delete them from array. So let's say I deleted all 3 is 3. So this is one operation, and later on 2 values are left, 2 frequencies are left. Then one more operation, that is this operation will implement. So in total again 2 operations, right? I hope you guys are able to understand. First we this 3 with this condition, and then this remaining 2 with this operation. Okay, so total 2 operation. Or also I can write it like this: 5 divided by 3, the output is 1. Okay, now after that again I will check that if 5 modulus of 3 is not equal to 0, then I will increment the count by 1, and then output again is going to be 2. Okay, so these two are the same thing. Okay, this result is 2. So we have defined it as 2 operation. So here also 2 operations, and again we did check by this condition again 2. So now let's say 2 is 6 times in this num array. 2 is 6 times in this array. And then if 2 is 6 times, then total how many operations? So we can apply this condition 2 times now. Choose 3 elements with equal values and delete them from the array. So first we delete these 3, then after that we delete these 3. So in total 2 operations, right? 2 operations. Over here also I can write it like this: 6 divided by 3, and the output is in this case 2, right? After that I will check if 6 modulus of 3 is not equal to 0. I will check this condition, but this is not true, right? This is not true right now, because 6 modulus of 3, that is when we divide 6 by 3, the remainder is going to be 0. Then we will not need to implement this condition. Okay, so in that case this is the only output, 2. Okay, I hope that you guys are able to understand, follow this. Okay, so here you see every time I am applying this condition 4 divided by 3, and after that I am checking whether remainder is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then I am incrementing the count by 1. Okay, if it is equal to 0, then I am not doing anything. Okay, again when 2 occurs 7 times. So in this case, how many operations can I implement? So in total, right now first I will delete these 3. Okay, then after that I will delete these 2, then after that I will delete these 2. So these are the minimum number of operations, that is total 3 operations. Or I can write it like this: 7 divided by 3, I will get the output as 2. Then later on I will check if 7 modulus of 3 is not equal to 0. So that is true in this case, because the remainder is 1. Then I will again increment the count by 1. So then I will increment the count by 1. So our output is going to be, so here you see this is the 2. Now in this 2 I am increment the count by 1, so output is 3. So we are getting the same result here, 3 operations, and here if we apply this condition again, so we will get 3 operations. So I hope that you guys are able to understand the logic that we are using in this code. So now without any delay, let's get started with the code. Okay, so let me comment this part. So first let's create one hash map. So how we can create hash map? So why we are creating here hash map? So I am going to create one key value pairs. So for each key I am getting the frequency. I am storing the frequency, how many times that element occur in that array. So for that purpose I am going to create one hash map. Okay, to store the frequency of each element in the nums. So how we are going to create? So write a map, and first key is of integer type, right? Then again value is in integer format, right? Now let's create mp is equal to new hash map. It's very simple. I will explain you it later on or in some other video how we are using this. Okay, so here I have created one hash map, and now for loop I'm going to pass from each num in this nums one by one. Okay, so in this we are using get to default method. Okay, so I'm going to make one separate video on this function, so please subscribe my channel, and I will also write one blog so you can read about it there. Okay, mp.put num, first num value we pass, and later on we are going to check mp from this map dot get over o capital default d capital. Okay, and in this we are going to pass num. If there is no num right now exists, then we will pass the default value as 0 and then increment the count by 1 here. So in this way I am going to get the frequency of the elements. Okay, and now later on declare one, initialize a variable to count. Okay, the minimum operation needed, so we are going to get that. So for that purpose int count is equal to 0. Now use map.entry. Okay, so many of you I don't think know about this function, so let me explain it in end. Okay, so map.entry, in map.entry pass integer as key, and we are values are also of integer format, so pass here integer. Okay, and then write entry, and here write mp dot entry set. Just two more lines that we need to write now, 2 or 3 mainly. Okay, so first in this map, so here we are going from key value pairs one by one. Okay, first key and its value we are going to pick, second key its value to pick. So it's just a for loop. Okay, for the key value, just understand it like this. Then after that get the frequency count of the current element. So for that purpose int t frequency. So this is a function entry dot get value v capital. Okay, and now we are going to check this operation first. If there is a single frequency, then in that case just we have to return -1 and our work is done. Okay, so just write if t is equal to 1, return -1. So we are good. Okay, that's it. Then later on we are going to get the count. So count is going to be count is equal to count plus t. T is the frequency, like here 4, this is the operation first we are going to do, 4 divided by 3. Okay, so 5 divided by 3, 6 divided by 3, these are the operations we are going to first here add. Okay, t divided by 3. Okay, and I can write it like this, count is equal to count plus 3, or I can write it like this, count plus is equal to, that's the same thing. Okay, count plus is equal to t divided by 3. So it is going to count the complete set of 3 elements. After that I am going to check this condition. I have already checked this condition, and now I am going to check this condition. Okay, so for this just write if t modulus of 3 is not equal to 0. In that case just increment the value of count, and we are almost done. Okay, and in the end just return count. So let's try to run our code and see if there are any spelling mistakes or any code issues. Let's see. Okay, missing return statement. Nice. Okay, there is one additional. Nice. Anything else that we need to check? Error, reached the end of file. So let me see where we were missing. For int counts, int count is equal to 0 for map.enter integer map.entry. Here I open one, int is equal to 1. Okay, count is okay. So here, okay, can this will work? Format code. Okay. So now our solution is accepted. Both test cases haven't passed. So let me try to submit it. Awesome. So our solution is accepted. Okay. So now if you want to know what is this get or default or what is this map.entry, so I'm going to paste one link in the description of my video. So here you will find this blog. Okay, this medium.com blog with the code and everything that we are doing in this code, and in the end I have mentioned the additional things that you must know. So we are using this get or default method mainly to get the key and its value associated with it. So let's suppose if key is not available, so in that case we are just going to return the default value. If key is there, then we are going to get the values, okay, whatever the value that is associated with that key. So in our code we are using it to count the number of occurrences of an element in an array. So for that purpose we are using this in get, this method in our code. And what is map.entry? So it is an interface in the Java. It basically represents a key value pair, and it is part of Java collection framework. Okay, and this map.entry interface provides a method to retrieve both the key and values of the entry. So I told you that we are using a for loop to go one by one in the key value format. Okay, so these are the functions that are associated with this map.entry interface. One is get key. It is going to return the key corresponding to this entry. Get value is going to return the values corresponding to this entry, and set value, it's going to set the value with this entry. And this is the entry set method. It is also part of map interface, and it is used to obtain the set view, that is of key value pairs. Okay, so you can read this blog with the code and everything is there. So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's video. So please subscribe and share my YouTube channel and press like. Okay, and keep coding and keep practicing. Thank you. Bye bye.